and both catchers from last season gone. Just what's it been like building chemistry with those guys?
Yeah, obviously it's going to be a little different working with new guys, but guys are doing good behind the dish, and it's fun to throw to. So shouldn't be that much of a big deal to work with. But every year you get other things you have to manage around, and this is just one of them.
How much growth have you seen from Evan from start of fall to now?
A lot. He's taking it very seriously, and it's cool to see, honestly, someone that can be as good as he is in the outfield and then do the same thing behind the dish.
You feel like this is the most Evan Russell thing ever?
You could say that. You could say that. Yeah, he's a real team player, and he's a joy to be around every day.
Just what were your initial thoughts seeing him back there behind the plate?
I was like, it's another position he can play. And I didn't even know originally that when he came in here, he came in as a catcher. I had no idea about that. So now it makes a little more sense, but it's still crazy to think about, to be honest.
Has he talked about what it's like to just revert back to that and kind of go back to what he came in as opposed to, switching to get more playing time?
Right. Yeah, he has. He's mentioned a few times of all these different catching techniques that he has to try to change to what Coach Elander wants him to do now versus what he used to do, and getting used to that, which is not easy, but he's doing a great job at it.
Your own game, just what have you been working on this offseason? Where do you feel like you've improved the most?
Just being able to pitch, I guess. The main thing for me is building I'm not a big high velo guy, so for me it's mixing and matching and making sure I can throw everything for strikes, and that's kind of the big thing for me is just attack the strike zone and trust the guys behind me.
Is there any role that you're working towards, or are you just kind of playing it by ear?
I mean, I think all of us as competitors, you want to be in the rotation, so I think the big one for me is trying to get in that rotation and do everything I can, and there's also a lot of competition here. We got a lot of great arms this year, so it's fun to be a part of because in reality it makes everyone better.
What have you seen from Seth, and what has he added so far to you guys?
Seth Halverson?
Yeah.
He's a competitor. He's a fun guy to be around. He loves to pitch, and as a fellow pitcher, any guy that loves to be on the mound and be out there in any situations, a good teammate to have.
You mentioned great arms. How key will those arms be to get you guys where you want to go this year?
It could be huge. I think anytime the more arms you have is never a bad thing. So if we can get everybody out there and get everyone doing what they love to do, we should be just fine.
What's a personal goal that you have right now here in the fall for your offseason?
Personal goal?
Yeah.
I'd say just to be a good teammate and show the younger guys how it's supposed to be done or what it takes to get to where we were last year. And even though we came up short, I mean, that's the good thing about this weekend. We get to play someone else and get that bitter taste out of our mouth.
What stands out about Chase Burns and just how developed is he for someone his age?
Oh yeah, he's very mature for his age, and he does what all coaches want him to do, which is compete, throw strikes, and at the end of the day, you can't have your best outing every day, but if you give what you have that day, it works out.
You mentioned helping the younger guys. Is there somebody that you specifically mentor possibly to help bring them up?
Burns is one of them. We actually throw together on the same day, all that type of stuff, so we kind of follow the same routines and build off of each other and learn from each other, and whatever happens out there, we kind of reflect on it and learn how to get better from it.
Does he remind you any of Tidwell coming in last year? Kind of the in-state guy, big-time prospect?
Yeah, for sure. They both have a lot of the same big hype, honestly, and they kind of they show what they have hype for.
What have you seen from Blade taking a step forward going into his second year?
Blade's a warrior. He's actually got shut down in the summer, so he's just now starting to build up pretty good. But from what I've seen, he's throwing even harder, I feel like, if that's even possible. But
3 infielders you guys have to replace besides behind the plate. Just who stood out at those 3 positions so far this fall?
The infield's fun to watch. It's a lot of competition, to be honest. It's a lot of competition. We have a lot of great players, so it's going to be fun. The pitchers, I can see us making each other better by competition and stuff, but you can actually see the infielders too, and I'm not even a part of it, so you can see that. There's a few talented guys coming in that I think could have a great chance to help us out.
What stood out about Christian Moore? What's it like facing him?
His takes, honestly. His hand-eye coordination. It's like Juan Soto-ish. You have to beat him. You have to beat him because he doesn't beat himself a lot, and that's so valuable, especially at his young age.
He and Blake Burke don't really seem like the typical freshmen. Have you picked up on that?
Yeah, yeah, they're freaks. To be honest, they're really good. So it's fun to compete against them, and hopefully they save their hits for the spring right now.
Any more? Thanks, Cam. Appreciate it.
So, thank you.